right. Hello, wine-drinking people. Today is Tuesday, August 24th. Get out there and vote, folks, if you haven't already. I do my absentee ballots every year, so I don't have to wait at the polls. But we got a busy week for you this week. Tomorrow night, we've got our Argentina tasting with the wines of Nicolas Catena, which is what we're plugging today on the What I Gotta Sell You section of this email. We've got a tasting at Mancini's, a dinner rather, with Vineyard Brands. We still have room for that. Pretty nice menu. Check it out. It's up on our calendar events on the website. And then Friday night, man, we still got lots of room for our sit-down vintage Australian tasting here at the store. And our sit-down tastings always outstanding here. Tony will be cooking up the cooking dinner. We've got a tuna carpaccio on the menu. We've got, of course, lamb chops. One of the things I saw when I was in Australia, lots of little baby sheeps running around. They like their lamb there. So the menu looks excellent. I'll have that up on the website later today. But first, what have I got to sell you today? All right, well, as I already mentioned, what we're promoting today is the wines of Nicolas Catena, one of the top producers from Mendoza, from Argentina. And I've been talking about Argentina wines. We've done a number of Argentina tastings over the last few years. The best value in the world today when it comes to Bordeaux varietals. It's hard to beat the Cabernet, Malbec, Merlot, and blends of those Bordeaux varietals. You find in that $10 to $15 price range from this country, it's hard to compete for California, for France, for Italy, for any country that makes Bordeaux varietals like this. But the best Malbec in the world today is coming from Argentina, one of the few places where they make single varietally Malbec into really nice wines. And Nicolas Catena is a firm, well, its heritage is much like the Gallos and the Mondavis. Nicolas Catena is from Italy originally, Nicolas rather, the grandfather, the gentleman that started this firm in 1902. And his sons took it over, and their sons have now taken it over. Nicolas, the grandson of Nicola, and he went and studied at the University of California at Davis. And Laura, another one of the kids who has taken over the international marketing, also very active in promoting Argentina as a producer of world-class wines. And in 1997, they released the Catena Zapata and proved to the world that Argentina deserves its space up there as not only one of the largest producers of wine, because at one time, well, now they're number 5, and one of the largest consumers of wine in the world also, because it wasn't until just recently that their wines were being exported out of the country. They drank most of the wine themselves there in Argentina. And Nicolas Catena, the largest producer, I think one of the statistics in this story is they produce 20 million bottles of wine a month. Wow, that is a ton of juice. And their top wines, though, they just make a tiny amount of. And we do have the Catena Zapata on this offering. Unfortunately, we're not going to be showing it tomorrow night at Cafe Max. We do have a tasting with these wines that we have in front of you. Sorry, not these. These are the single vineyard wines that we have in the store available for sale that are in the $100 price range. And usually we do show one or two of these at our Nicolas Catena tasting, but not tomorrow night. Not in the budget for our tasting at Cafe Max. But we do have the Catena Alta wines, outstanding. I think just a shade below the Catena Zapata. And as I mentioned before, we do have the Zapata on the offering, and we have 3 or 4 of the single vineyard wines that are incredibly rare, just a few 100-case production wines. And check it out on today's email. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasone, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the great Malbec first.